Ever wonder what the stars of Bridgerton are hiding behind their Hollywood smiles? Do you know which star had trouble finding the perfect accent? Which actress grew up in poverty and now lives on a houseboat? If you love the cast as much as we do, keep watching to find out all their secret struggles. Jonathan Bailey's identity struggle. Having been in the acting game since 1997, Jonathan has played many different characters in his time, the latest being the eldest handsome Bridgerton brother. While right now things for him seem easy, they haven't always been. Over the years, Jonathan has spoken out about how it's still hard to be a gay actor in the industry. It's about young people looking up to gay role models and seeing them not being marginalized. It's about seeing our lives being portrayed authentically by people who have experienced what you have experienced. In the past, Jonathan has managed to play a great mixture of gay and straight characters, including a gay assistant in The New York Realist and a gay husband-to-be in a new production of Stephen Sondheim's Company. But fans actually know him best for some of his straight characters, like Ollie in Broadchurch and most recently, Anthony Bridgerton. Jonathan has always been very open about how he thinks it can be hard in the industry for gay actors like him to have all of the same opportunities as straight actors. Of course, actors should be able to play absolutely anything, and straight people should be able to play gay, but there's definitely a culture at a certain level in Hollywood, for example, where gay actors don't get to play the straight roles. Although Jonathan makes it clear that there's still a way to go, we can all agree that him getting cast in Bridgerton is a wonderful step forward. NICOLA COUGHLAN'S body positivity mission. Very much like her co-star, NICOLA has faced her own demons on the rise to become the widely loved Penelope Featherington. Using her youthful appearance, NICOLA has managed to take on the roles of several different teenagers over the years and has been an inspiration to young women everywhere. But her popularity among the teens of today isn't just due to her incredible talent and relatable characters. On more than one occasion, NICOLA has taken it upon herself to speak out about the double standards of being a female in such a competitive industry. In 2018, while appearing in the stage production of Prime of Miss Jean Brodie, NICOLA wrote a powerful piece for The Guardian calling out the culture of hating women's bodies in theater. And only a year later, she made the headlines yet again for going against the Daily Mail's comments of her not the most flattering look when she attended the BAFTAs. Using the power of social media, NICOLA took to Twitter and responded by saying, "I mean, incorrect, Daily Mirror, I look smokin'. Sorry about it." She then went on to auction the dress, raising an amazing $5,000 for a children's hospice charity. Go NICOLA! Taking it all in stride, NICOLA takes those downsides of fame in good humor and never lets it get in the way of her being the talented actress we know her to be. Claudia Jesse's difficult past. It didn't take long for any of us to fall in love with Jesse's latest character triumph, the bubbly Eloise Bridgerton. And while it's no secret that Jesse's character has been on the rise for several years, you may not know that the actress actually dropped her family's surname when she took up acting. In 2018, Jessie came out with the truth that before her acting career began, she'd never had any formal training because her family just couldn't afford it. "My family were so poor. My mom would clean houses to maybe get me to a ballet class. Bless her. My dad, when he was still about, I don't think he worked. We were fighting off bailiffs at the door." It's not uncommon for successful actors to have hard starts in life, and Jessie certainly fits the bill. But although she had a harder start than most, Jessie is proof that hard work can really be rewarded. Determined not to give up on her dreams, Jessie was thrilled to land her first acting role in a short film, Rosie, in 2012, before then moving on to landing a small part in the TV show, House of Anubis. But it wasn't until Bridgerton that Jessie really felt she made it. After all, this was the first time that she'd landed a major role. While she now may be a raging success, Jessie has been careful not to forget her roots. Now, as an adult with the option to live anywhere she wants, Jessie decided to keep it simple and bought a houseboat, very similar to the type of home she grew up in. While it may seem like a bizarre choice for a home, if Jessie is happy, then we should all be happy for her. Luke Newton's script struggles. Something you probably won't know about the actor behind the youngest Bridgerton brother is that 23-year-old Luke Newton is actually dyslexic. Like many dyslexic kids growing up, he found the simple act of reading to be a lot harder and worried that he'd never reach his dreams of becoming an actor. Reading and acting, the two didn't really go together, but Luke was overjoyed when he found out that many actors are also dyslexic and have never let it get in the way of them becoming successful and having amazing careers. Although more confident in himself, Luke still found it hard not to constantly compare himself to others. It's definitely difficult. If I get sent a project and asked, "Can you read this script and tape for it over the weekend?" it would take me 4 days, while other actors can smash through a script in a couple of hours. It's definitely challenging for me. While making the leap to becoming the beloved Colin Bridgerton, Luke found that when reading the pilot, it was like his dyslexia just stopped for a minute. He said, "This was one of the first times that I just couldn't put a script down." We can all agree how amazing it is that one script did that. And Luke has quickly become a great inspiration to a lot of kids out there who are just starting out on the same path that he took. Ruby Barker's diversity stand. One thing we've learned about young and fiery Ruby Baker is that she's never afraid to speak her mind. Having been in the acting game since she was 11, Ruby has had her fair share of parts and knows a lot more about the industry than a lot of other young 20s people. In her latest efforts to change the world, Ruby has spoken out about how it means everything to her to have the opportunity to be cast in a show like Bridgerton, which has been praised by many of its stars on just how diverse it is, especially for a period drama. Getting to play the role of gorgeous Marina Thompson came as quite a shock to her, as she never imagined she'd get the chance to star in a period drama because of her race. I'd seen Belle, the film about Dido Elizabeth Bell, who was a mixed-race aristocrat in the Georgian period of time, and I saw that film and I was like, wow, it would be so amazing to play that character, but it's already been made. I'm probably not going to be in a period drama simply because of my race. Luckily for all of us, Bridgerton has changed all of that for the better, and we can't imagine Marina being brought to life by anyone other than Ruby. Phoebe DYNEVOR'S career crisis. While it may seem to many like Phoebe has just appeared out of nowhere, she's actually been playing the long game when it comes to acting. Before taking the role of Daphne Bridgerton and becoming the new queen of period dramas, Phoebe took her time and a number of smaller roles in shows like Waterloo Road and Snatched to get her start. But even those roles were hard to get at first. Isn't it unbelievable to think that a talent like Phoebe didn't even attend stage school? That's right. Unlike many of her fellow Bridgerton co-stars, Phoebe never actually went to stage school. She didn't do a lot of acting during her time at school. Phoebe herself puts this down to the simple fact that I wasn't really a huge singer or dancer. But just because she didn't go to acting school doesn't mean she didn't get a small head start. With dreams of being an actor, Phoebe really lucked out to be born into a family with great industry connections. Her mom is also an actor and her dad is a very successful screenwriter, but even this didn't always mean that luck was on her side. After deciding to audition for a role in The Golden Compass to kickstart her career, Phoebe was crushed when she didn't get it. And to your surprise, this isn't the only time Phoebe has had a career shake. In her early 20s, after having many small parts in big shows, Phoebe just wanted more and got annoyed with herself that she wasn't succeeding in the industry the way she wanted to. In fact, before Bridgerton, she had a long break from acting. It's only the last 2 years that I think I've grown up and seen my own self-worth, which is really sad. Phoebe's strength to carry on and see her dreams out is really inspiring. We can't wait to see what she does next. REGE-JEAN was torn between two worlds. From a little boy with big dreams to becoming the latest Hollywood heartthrob, Reggae has really been on quite a bumpy journey to become the man we love him to be today. Even though he was born in London, Reggae moved to Zimbabwe when he was just a toddler and spent most of his childhood growing up in a place that really made him question his identity. Being the mixed-race child of a nurse and English preacher, Reggae has spoken out several times on the struggles he faced while growing up as being a mixed-race kid. Being a mixed-race child in that environment means you have to think about crafting your own identity, and you question why you belong in that world. But his move back to London didn't mean that things just clicked into place. Now completing his time at secondary school in London, Reggae has said that people at his new school wondered if he'd even had electricity and telephones back at his home in Zimbabwe. Over the years, he's also revealed that while he loved living in London as a teen, he still found it hard to adjust and felt out of place by things like his accent. He was either the weird African kid or simply too posh for his classmates. But none of this stopped him chasing his dreams and becoming the dashing Duke of Hastings that fans just love in every sense of the world. We're all very excited to see where his career will take him next. Did any of these facts shock you, or are you inspired to go and watch Bridgerton all over again? Let us know in the comments below.